All right, welcome. It's the Aftershow. We're recording this on Pi Day. It's very exciting.
It's Pi Day. Gotta get down on Pi Day.
My apartment complex had they went out and they bought a bunch of pie, slices and full pies, and put them in their little meeting room area.
Yeah,
they had tenants come down and grab a slice. So I got some pie for later. It's going to be real good.
Nice.
Have some family pie time. It's very exciing.
All
See,
right.
this is the kind of insight you don't get on the regular show.
Getting your $5 worth right now.
That's right. All right. So we have another EGM review quiz. This one, once again, from hacker alias Mr. Nelson, a.k.a. Michael Nelson, from the IL, from the Chi-Town area.
Mm-hmm.
He writes us an email. He says, "You three made me laugh so hard over the past 2 weeks. I couldn't remember the names of most of the games, and I retyped the reviews."
Jeez.
That's great. I think back to summer of 1994. I graduated high school, got my first full-time job making $5.50 an hour, and looked to the June and July issues of EGM to help me decide how to waste my money. This time I retyped the reviews in Word first and ran it through a spelling and grammar check so that any typos are EGM originals and not me going loopy. I also made it clear when I redacted a part of the review by putting the redaction in brackets.
Oh, okay.
Play however you'd like. Split it up if you want. Thanks for all the laughs and stories as you play. Who cares about the score?
Dear
Damn
God.
Right.
We do.
God,
let's play as it one team, please.
Yes, absolutely.
So we
Of
have
course,
a
I
chance
want
of
to
getting
say,
some of these right.
I got hired at EGM for the first time in June of 1994. I believe the July issue was or maybe it was August, was the first one that anything I wrote appeared.
This was right after your 11th birthday, I believe.
right after my 17th birthday.
Man, look at that.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my God. Anyway, long time ago.
This is why old video game magazines were terrible. Because they were hiring literal high school students.
Literal children.
Yeah. You know
I
have to borrow mom's car to drive to the office.
I did borrow my mom's minivan, yes.
So did I.
Correct.
I borrowed my mom's car to drive to EGM when I was working there, too.
And it was even worse in the fall when school started up. I would go to school.
Yeah.
My mom would drive me then from school to EGM. And I would work at night. How screwed up is that?
My mom's got to drop me off at EGM after school so I can write Quarterman.
Yep. That is correct.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So this is once again a review game, and the categories are EGM writers.
Yep.
And they are Ed Semrad, in quotes.
Because, again, Ed
somebody else probably
wrote this, yeah.
Yeah. Daniel Carpenter, Al Manuel, Sushi X, and Major Mike Weigand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we may end up breaking this game up
into two. I think we should,
like we did last time. Yeah.
I think we shouldn't, but let's do it.
Well, okay. Let's get through it.
Want to read it? We're going to read them in the order that we're stacked here on the screen, so that we don't have to remember some weird.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
CJ, then Greg, then Phil.
Yes, thank you, Phil.
Okay.
Just go right down the column.
Yeah, that works for me. What's our team name, though? More importantly,
the Eurythmics.
I have a sealed Eurythmics album.
I'm just kidding.
What? Yep.
That is not how you spell Eurythmics.
It isn't?
No, you wrote Eurythmics.
What? Well, how do I write Eurythmics then? Tell me.
I would say it's EURYTHMICS.
Yeah. RY is rhythm.
Yeah. There you go.
It's like the word rhythm.
Your
Rhythmics.
There you go. Mix.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why we had it, but I have a sealed vinyl album from the Eurythmics.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, I should see if that's worth anything and get rid of it. I'm never going to listen to it.
Oh, man.
It doesn't have Sweet Dreams on it, so I don't care.
There you go.
Did they do other songs?
Apparently, multiple albums worth.
Wow.
I have one.
All right. Let's kick it off with Sushi X for 100. This one's for 3DO. This is simply an incredible puzzle game. I loved it the first time I saw it on the computer and was pleasantly surprised that the 3DO version was even better. The sound are great, and the graphics.
Yeah, sound are great.
These sound are great,
Yeah.
and the graphics are equally impressive. The only drawback is the control. As a mouse-driven game, it works very well, but as a controller game, it is sluggish to move the pieces around. Puzzle fans who can get by the control will love it. 7 out of 10. Is this the Incredible Machine?
I would
Yeah,
think.
it's got to be Incredible Machine.
I would think. Incredible Machine
There
is
it is.
correct. We are off to a good start.
All right.
No, that first sentence that says this is an incredible puzzle game. Was that a pun or was that
I
just
think that
bad
was just
writing?
lucky.
Yeah.
We're going to go with Danyon Carpenter for 100. Genesis. This game is just the tip of the iceberg with this new type of technology. The game simply looks and plays great. It's obviously no match for the arcade, but it holds its own against other racing games. The sounds are lame, but you don't pay much attention to them when racing anyway. The computer really dishes up some strong competition, and the game is a blast with 2 players. It's fantastic. 8 out of 10.
Virtual
Gotta be
Racing.
Virtual
I
Racing,
think
right?
Virtual Racing, although I don't remember there being a 2-player mode in Virtual Racing. But yeah, that's
The whole
that's
thing
right.
with the new type of technology, what could that
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
no, I agree.
match for the arcade, but still.
Yeah,
Yeah. Virtual Racing.
Gotta be.
And it is Virtual Racing.
which new
nice.
type of technology, but by the way, was never used again.
Yeah.
On the Genesis.
That's true. Probably because they didn't sell enough of those $100 cartridges.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
ridiculous, man.
let's
$100.
great. It was great.
Let's go after my. I'm reminded of my favorite Eurythmics song when I say, "Let's get some radical, some radical. Come on and get some radical."
I don't think that's how that goes.
I'm pretty sure it is. It's a Super Nintendo game. I was a big time addict of the original, and this game brought back so many good memories for me. The graphics are cool, and the plotting is very authentic.
Okay.
The control is crisp and clear, and the multitude of weapons is a great addition. My only complaint is, for some reason, this game seems a bit smaller. Maybe it's because of the map. Anyway, if you own a Super NES, this is definitely a must-have. It's great. 9 out of 10. Yeah. Summer.
Was there a Gauntlet game that came out for the SNES? No,
I don't
think
I
so.
don't think so. The controls. What game had crisp and clear controls?
Authentic plotting.
I like my.
What does that mean?
What is inauthentic plotting?
What the hell does that mean?
Inauthentic plotting.
I mean,
That's a great band name right there. Inauthentic plotting.
We are inauthentic plotting.
There will be no refunds.
There will be no refunds.
Or no,
Good
it's
night.
encores.
Good
No
night,
encore.
Springdon.
Yeah.
No encore.
No encore. There will be no encore. Well, we need that updated Simpsons game with
We do.
early season gags. So
It would be
CJ
so
remembers
good.
these.
That's correct.
Route 402. I don't remember what the name of the route was. That's
I
5
think
miles
it-
from my house.
I think you might be right. I think it might have been 402 or 401, maybe.
We salute you,
Half inflated Dark Lord.
inflated Dark Lord. That's what it was. This isn't the friggin' Splish Splash show.
Great scene.
Oh my god. We salute you, half inflated Dark
Oh
Lord.
man. Big time addict of the original. So it's there was an older game,
Yeah.
had good graphics,
94.
authentic plotting, multitude of weapons, but the game seems smaller.
Maybe it's because of the map.
94.
I have no idea.
Wouldn't be Doom, would it?
No.
I can't see them being so high on.
I mean,
Super Nintendo Doom.
SNES Doom was not good, but it's the only thing I could
Did
think
it have
of.
a multitude of weapons.
Doom?
Doom does.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
but it seems it's saying the multitude of
it's a
weapons is a great addition.
Oh yeah, great
Oh.
addition. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be.
Wolfenstein?
No, well, Wolfenstein didn't add any weapons.
Well, okay.
What game would add a multitude of weapons? So it's a classic series, but they've added new weapons.
So a sequel.
But
And it has a map,
yeah. But does
and the
map
previous one didn't.
But does map refer to a physical map? Or is it just like the layout of the level?
I think we're overthinking this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think the answer is we don't know.
Yeah, I absolutely
I have
cannot
no
think
idea.
of it. Yeah.
It's gonna be Super Metroid.
Oh.
I always forget how late in the Super Nintendo's life
Yeah.
Super Metroid happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're back down to 100 points.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, maybe because of the map. Yeah, this had a map. Metroid.
Yeah,
Right.
Metroid did not have a map. Yep. We should have known that.
Yeah, we
C
should
to
have.
the
All right.
J.
L Manual for 100. This one's for Neo Geo.
Oh.
There are plenty of great fighting games for the Neo Geo, and this game is no exception. The title comes out on top with sharper and more colorful graphics, plus awesome stereo music and sound. The real kicker is the improvement on play control, making the special moves easier to execute. The new tournament mode is also a great feature. Those who own the first game title should pick this one up. 8 out of 10.
Be Fatal Fury 2. Could be Art of Fighting 2.
King of Fighters 94.
94 seems... Is that seems...
A new tournament?
Yeah.
Was
But
there King of
Uh,
Fighters before King of Fighters 94?
I don't think so, but I don't know. And the thing is that it really wouldn't matter because you could easily make the argument that where it's a culmination of all those other series.
I would say there was
This
one,
reads
just regular
properly.
King of Fighters.
And it is
right?
a tournament mode.
Didn't
I
they
think
do
King of Fighters
the
might
King of
be it.
Fighters?
Yep.
And then King of Fighters 94.
Possibly.
So is this
Sure.
94?
Well, I mean,
But I mean, King of Fighters always had I don't know.
It didn't always have a year attached, did it?
That's not what I was going to say, but no, I don't think it did. I don't remember there being a King of Fighters 94. Like called King of Fighters 94. I thought that was the
I
first
do.
one.
No,
yeah, no, there was
There was a
94
94.
and a 95. Yeah,
I know there's a 95.
yeah, pretty sure there's a
Yeah.
94 as well.
Okay.
let's call this King of Fighters 94.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. World Heroes
World
2
Heroes 2
Jet.
What?
God, I hated the World Heroes games.
Yeah, so did
Oh,
I.
me
We're back down to
too.
0
Hold on, King
points.
I'm just double checking, make sure. Yes, there was a King of Fighters 94.
I'm going to go with Major Mike Wagon for 100. Genesis. Despite a rather alluring title, this game suffers from poor control, unappealing attack methods, and dreary music. Still, there are some colorful stages with nice graphics, but that's about it. 5 out of 10.
What's an alluring title?
Alluring
Genesis.
title.
Alluring title. What does that mean?
I don't know. Sexy? Is this did Major Mike get all hot and horny after?
Booger Man.
Green Dog, the beach surfer
That's actually
dude.
the first thing I thought of was Green Dog.
Normie's Beach Baberama.
Normie's Beach
Actually,
Babe- that might
oh,
actually work,
it
you
could
know.
actually be
Normie's
it.
Beach Baberama. I think we
Alluring
should go with
title.
that.
I say, yeah, let's do it. Normie's Beach Baberama.
Okay. Normie's Beach
Yes!
Baberama.
Yes. We
I hope.
Mr. Nelson says Phil's used this title as a guest for many a crummy game. I hope you got it this time, and we absolutely did.
We did. Look at that.
Normie's
We're
Beach
awesome.
Baberama.
Back up to 100 points.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Yes.
Let's do Sushi X for 2. Oh, Turbo Duo. Fighting fans may not be impressed by the number of moves or the effects, but it does play decently. The techniques look a bit weak, but are easy to control and fit the characters to a T. This game appeals to monster fans more than fighting fans due to its good CD sounds and accurate portrayal of the characters. As a fan of this character, I must admit to liking the look of the game, but not so much the feel. 5 out of 10. It's very likely Godzilla.
Yeah. Is it just called Godzilla?
I believe it is just called Godzilla.
I'm willing to go with that.
Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla. Yeah. A
We're up to 300
very, very rare game, an expensive game. Sadly,
But
I
you
did
weren't
not-
seeing a whole lot of Turbo Duo games coming out in 1994.
No, it was one of those like kind of super late releases, like Magical Chase, that I don't think got much, if any, actual distribution. So I wish I owned a copy of it, but I do not.
Surprised you don't.
I know, me too.
All right, let's do Ed Semrad for 2. This is for Genesis. This game is a good recreation of the show. The graphics and storyline are pretty good too, yet it's difficult to get into, but most fans will like it. The audio is standard Genesis fare, but the cinemas are nice. The interface is pretty good, and you get the feeling of really being in control. If you are a fan of the TV show, Sega has made this game for you. I just wish the graphics weren't as dark as they are. 7 out of 10.
Recreation of the show.
Did Sega make the Gargoyles game for Genesis?
Oh, you know what?
I think
that's a good guess. Yeah.
I think
and
they
yes,
did.
I believe Sega did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say Gargoyles.
Yeah.
Star Trek,
Oh,
Next Generation.
But I don't think. Well, I guess Sega did do that.
They
huh?
did make it. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I remember
Did
this was back when the same publishers weren't publishing across every system every
Yeah,
time,
that's
right?
true. Yeah.
All right,
well.
back down to 100 points. Let's do Al Manuel for 200. Neo Geo. This game is perhaps the most strenuous workout any gamer will get without going to the gym. The entire game consists of nothing but stupid button crushing. It's a total riot when you want to take part in smashing buildings, bridges, power plants, and the other characters. Among the cool aspects of the game are the colorful graphics and monstrous sound effects. The special attacks are also great. 7 out of 10.
King of
So
the Monsters?
King of the Monsters
1
is
or
it
2?
1 or 2. This is 1994. I would think 2, right? Because the first one did come out on Super Nintendo and Genesis.
Yeah.
We're talking 94.
And
But it doesn't mention a
Yeah,
previous game either.
I would think that they would have mentioned like this follow up or there's
That's
another
a good point.
it's better than the it looks better than the first game or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd lean more towards the first one. But
First
I'm
one?
okay with that.
I'm
yeah.
okay with that too.
But which means it's probably this
King of Monsters.
Yep. the second
King of
one, yeah.
Monsters 2.
King of Monsters too.
God damn it.
This is our
Minus 100.
This is our problem we fall into where we start thinking of like, well, if I was writing this review, I would certainly mention that, compare it to the first game. Of course they're not. Okay, let's do Major Mike for 2. SNES. What's in a name? Well, take the character's name out of the title, and what you have is a cute run and jump, claw the enemies game. The animations are cute, and some of the bosses are very cleverly done, like the H. Ross Perot boss. 7 out of 10. This has to be, of course,
Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill, isn't it?
the
Or rocks
never released Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Fox the Cat is right.
Yep.
Never
I
released.
guess they send out reviews
based on
review
the
builds.
Clinton's cat, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All
100
right.
points. We're at 100 points.
100.
We're doing better than we were last time.
Just slightly. Danny Carpenter for 2. This one's for Super Nintendo. While I typically don't drool on most fighting games, This game has some strong points. The control, for instance, is top notch. There aren't many fighting games where I can actually do a special move when I really want to, yet with this one, I cab. I assume it's I can.
Yeah.
The addition of weak points on the characters is great. This game is definitely worth a look. If you want something new in the fighting game genre, 7 out of 10 says absolutely effing nothing.
Well, the weak points is...
That's our clue. That's
unique.
the big
That's
clue.
the clue?
I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, I mean, what fighting games have characters with weak points?
Primal Rage.
Did it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Good control, which, I mean, a lot of those fighting games had terrible control.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This could really be anything. I mean, clearly it can't be, but the fact that none of us are immediately remembering a fighting game with weak points.
Wrong roll and half heart battle.
That game did not have good control.
You're right. It didn't. It really didn't.
It had very, very terrible
Super
control.
Battle had good control, but never came out.
Yep. It almost did.
Almost did.
I got the sell sheet for it.
Yeah.
But
Balls.
With a Z.
I remember that game.
Yeah. If it was balls, they would have mentioned something
He
about how it
doesn't normally drool on most fighting games, but he's drooling on balls.
I want to guess that now just because.
You know, there are some strong points to this balls game.
That would also function well as the weak point, though, right?
That's true.
No?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
FX
Fighter.
Oh. I would imagine FX Fighter they would have talked about the graphics. But again, here I am applying what I would potentially do.
I'm going with balls.
You want to do balls?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I hope it is just because.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fighters history.
Fighters history. Now
That should have been balls.
Now that's the one that Capcom sued over, right?
Yeah.
Because it was too close to Street Fighter?
I mean, it was the same special moves as Street Fighter, and he's saying he normally can't do special moves, but he can in this game, probably because they're the exact same special moves from Street Fighter, so he doesn't have to remember any new ones.
Probably correct.
Points.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Let's get Sim Radical for 300.
Okay.
Sega CD. Why, not all much different. While not all that much different from the Sega Genesis version, this game does fill in the areas where the cart is lacking. The only real differences I see are with the opening commercial, the music, and the lag time. On the flip side, this game plays really fast, and the way the computer mimics the patterns of the arcade makes this one more challenging. It's still not on par with the arcade, but still good. 7 out of 10. It's Mortal Kombat.
Gotta be Mortal Kombat.
Right?
Yeah,
probably.
Because played the commercial at the beginning of the game.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Back up to 200 points.
All right. Let's do Al for 3.
I do Al for 3.
Genesis. Yes! All caps with 3 exclamation points. This game is a continuation of one of the best fighting adventures from Sega. With 24 megs of memory, there are loads of lethal moves and an improved soundtrack. There are even more moves when you play with the 6-button controller. Very cool with the head-to-head battle mode. The only bad part is the heinous slowdown in some areas of the game. Bummer!
Oh, God.
Still a great title, though. 7 out of 10.
Streets of Rage 2?
No.
Oh, wow!
Eternal Champions?
No.
I'm trying to think if there was... the 6-button controller thing's throwing me off.
Streets of Rage 3?
That could be. I don't know if it had a head-to-head.
There was a head-to-head battle mode in one of the Streets of Rage games.
Yeah.
I would say Streets of Rage 3. Then it's not 2 because 2 doesn't have extra moves if you're using a 6-button controller. I don't think the 6-button controller existed when Streets of Rage 2 came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Streets of Rage 3?
3.
Sure.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage
There
3.
it is. We did it.
We at 500 points.
Okay. I'm up.
We are not finishing with a positive score.
Should we save the rest of this or no?
Let's keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing okay for time.
We're trucking.
Okay, Danny
Okay.
Carpenter for 300.
Yeah.
This one's for Sega CD. This game had so much hype around it, it's almost sad that it came off so badly, particularly due to the limitations of the Sega CD. The color palette is so poor in many scenes that you never know you're going to hit something until it's too late. The music is right from the movie. The voices are good, and the cinemas are nice and lengthy, but alas, the color palette kills them. Hey, how about bringing this to the 3DO? 6 out of 10.
I bet it's Cliffhanger.
That's the first thing I'm thinking.
Because that had,
Cliffhanger.
I swear that had like most of the movie in it. The
It
cinemas
really
for
did.
the Cliffhanger cinemas were
And they were full
really
screen,
long.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I agree with the idea of hitting something before, not knowing you're going to hit something until it's too late, because the
mode
snowboarding
7.
sections of that
Yep.
were, yeah.
Terrible.
But
Yeah.
it's weird that the color palette is what he's blaming for, but I
Well,
still could say Cliffhanger.
because you're going through just snow
Snow.
and everything's white, so it's kind of
Right.
hard to tell what is an obstacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think Cliffhanger is a good guess.
I bet it's Cliffhanger.
Rebel
Rebel
Assault.
Assault.
Or it could be Rebel Assault.
That's also very true. Everything he says
wait.
is very true.
Rebel Assault, though, did that take cinemas from the movie?
No, but he said the music.
music's
is
right from the
Oh,
movie.
yeah. The music's from the movie.
Back down to 200 points.
Ugh.
Okay.
All right, let's do Major Mike Wagon for 300. Genesis. This game incorporates action with RPG toll playing strategies. This one is pretty engrossing with excellent overhead action sequences and plenty of areas to explore. Fans of the role playing system will definitely want this.
Okay.
This could be Crusader of Senti, although I don't know
Yeah.
if it's too early for that.
Overhead.
Action RPG.
Not like a
Yeah.
Landstalker or a...
Or Beyond Oasis. I don't know
Yeah.
what years all these things came out. Shining in the Darkness was 91. Shining Force was 92. So 94 Landstalker would be a possibility.
But
I think it's a little too early for
wasn't
Senti.
Senti? Is it too early for Senti?
I can't remember.
Ugh.
Incorporates action with RPG role-playing strategies. Well, actually, Landstalker doesn't really have any RPG elements to it.
Well, is it something that EGM would have called an RPG, though?
You have a
I think-
sword, so that's an RPG.
You're going on a quest. RPG.
Yeah.
True.
But, I mean, Senti was very actiony, but I guess
Senti also feels like a game that would get relegated to
absolutely a Major
That's
Mike.
very
Major
true.
Mike wrap up. Of course,
Yeah.
the way they were working in the mid 90s, Landstalker could absolutely do that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So
So it's probably it's
pretty
probably
sure Landstalker was. What was the first year of Game Fan? 94? No, it wasn't.
Earlier than that.
It was like 93 or 92.
Yeah.
It's so it's probably Landstalker or Senti, right?
I think Senti. I think Landstalker actually got a full review. In
And it's going to be the opposite of what
That's true.
what we guess. But I'm comfortable with saying Senti.
I'm comfortable with that.
Crusader or Senti.
Shadowrun.
Damn it.
Oh, at least it wasn't Landstalker.
Yeah. Wow. Minus 100. Boy, this hurts.
This is turning out just like last time.
Yeah. Let's you know what? Let's get Sem Radical for 4.
Okay.
Oh, we're leaping ahead.
We are.
Oh,
Game
Game
Gear.
Ooh.
Game Gear was in need of something different, and this game appears to be the answer. The graphics are pretty much the same as the Genesis and Super Nintendo Entertainment System versions. Someone was looking to spread out a
Beef up the
word
word
count.
count.
Yeah. And it plays the same. The sounds are pretty much like any GG game, so you know what to expect. The trick shots are what makes this game for me. It's like there's a miniature puzzle game inside. A good game for relaxation. 7 out of 10. Is this like
Trick shots.
like
Side
a
pocket?
side pocket?
Lunar
There were-
Pool.
Yeah.
Now,
Lunar Pool.
Lunar Pool was NES,
Yeah.
but I believe there weren't there side pockets for Genesis and SNES?
Yeah, there absolutely were. Sure.
Side pockets.
That's all I can think of. Trick
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And relax. It's like a miniature puzzle game. Good game for relaxation. Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like Side Pocket.
Yeah, let's say side pocket.
Side Pocket.
Side-
Side
right.
pocket. We did it.
Look at that. We're up to
That.
300 points. Let's get rid of those.
All right, let's go Sushi X for 3. This one's for 3DO. From the weird little games of the past to the new types of levels, this game is fun. Doesn't try to rehash the movie. Instead, it takes a fresh approach and fills it full of fun games from driving to shooter to 3D blockout plus Galaga and asteroids. Even if you don't like the movie, you'll have to try the minigames and experience the story line of this high-quality 3DO title. The graphics and video footage are awesome. 8 out of 10. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Huh?
Yes, it's
Jurassic Park
absolutely
Interactive,
Jurassic
isn't it?
Park. I think it might be Jurassic Park Interactive.
You know, I own that and I've never played it.
I
Oh,
also
really?
own it. It was a freebie when I
It's
bought
not good.
it. Go.
600 points.
Wow.
Let's do Al Manual for 400. We're actually to the point now where getting a question wrong is not going to put us in the negative immediately.
I know.
Progress. Genesis, this game is not much of one when it comes through playing through the 6 different puzzles, all of which can be easily solved, even on the hardest setting. Puzzle gurus will breeze through this one. Difficulty aside, this game is a good brain teaser that young players may enjoy. The graphics, sorry to say, are disappointing for a 16-bit game. It could use more color, and the music was best turned off. 5 out of 10. That doesn't say a single goddamn thing about the game.
Nope.
6 different puzzles.
When it comes to playing through the 6 different puzzles, all of which can be easily solved, even on the hardest setting.
A Genesis game with 6 puzzles?
Yeah.
Puzzle players will breeze through this one. Good
Was it
brain
Shanghai
teaser for
2?
young players. That would have had more than 6 puzzles.
I would think.
Graphics for this one.
Hmm.
Good brain teaser for
I haven't the foggiest.
Genesis.
Yeah. Good brain teaser that young players might enjoy.
Art Alive.
I owned Art Alive back in the day.
What about Wacky Worlds?
What is Wacky Worlds?
Oh,
It's a kids game.
yeah. It's like Sonic
Like a
themed.
Sonic themed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I mean that might be it.
Yeah.
It was like a Sega Club. I think it was the first Sega Club game.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. You want to say that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey's
Ultimate
Ultimate Challenge
Oh,
by
high
High Tech
Expressions.
Expressions.
Ugh.
Back
Wow.
down to 200.
Okay. Well, now we can get back to the negative.
Yeah.
Let's
Easily.
Back in our comfort zone.
see
Yeah.
some Sushi X for 4. This is a Game Boy game.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Hey, what do you know? I'm still playing these Game Boy games. This game is an excellent addition to this portable. It will keep you busy during travels or business trips trying to cruise through the tracks. Half this review has just been spent describing what a Game Boy
Game Boy
is.
games.
The graphics
Love
are
it.
very good in the sense of the Game Boy Game Boy's capabilities. Sushi X hated the Game Boy. That was the
Yep.
shtick.
Yep.
You may have to turn down the sound. It can get irritating. This game is quite impressive overall. Cool features include 7 out of 10.
Wow.
Wow. If you thought any of the previous reviews said nothing, This lets you know it's a Game Boy. The first half of this review reminds you that it's for the Game Boy. The graphics are good for the Game Boy. Irritating sound. So what is a Game Boy game that has good graphics for the Game Boy, but irritating sound?
Well, it's just a cruise through the tracks.
So it's a racing game.
It might be a racing game.
Okay.
That's literally the only thing.
As you try to cruise through the tracks.
What was that Nintendo racing game that used the four-player
F1 race?
F1. Yeah.
F1 race.
I feel like you would have mentioned that it was a 4-player game somehow, but again, I don't know.
But again, that's us saying,
F1 race, is that 94 though?
It does seem late.
It seems late.
Yeah.
I mean, the Game Boy was going strong for a long time.
Yeah,
but that, I mean, that does seem late though.
But I mean, I'm just as happy to say that as anything else because God knows what this is.
Yeah, let's say it. F1 race.
Lamborghini Challenge from Titus.
I guess we'll never know what cool features were included. The review literally does end at just cool features include, and then there's a period.
We're at minus 200 points.
Yeah, you bet we are.
Ugh.
Whose turn is it? Mine?
Yours.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go Danyan Carpenter for 4. This one's for Game Gear. Welcome to another day in the life of another action game starring this character. Yes, this game is strictly average stuff with nothing that stands out. He moves quick, punches everybody out of his way, and must find keys to open doors. Sound exciting? Of course it doesn't. The tunes are simple beeps and clicks, but the volume control is only a fingertip away. Sorry, game title. You're just not too exciting. 5 out of 10. Okay, so another game starring this character. Maybe Mickey Mouse?
Well, does Mickey punch people out of his way?
Alex Kidd? There were no Alex Kidd exclusives to Game Gear, right?
Oh, he moves quick. What about Tasmania?
Taz, yeah.
Oh,
was there a Taz game for? There must have been a Taz game for Game Gear.
There was a Taz game for Game Gear. I could vaguely picture the box art. I do not know the name of the game.
But you wouldn't say another day in the life of another action game starring this character. I don't think Taz has had a ton of games, right?
Well, he had Super Nintendo and Genesis games.
Well, I guess that's true. Yeah,
there's kind of a Taz thing going on in the mid-90s.
Weirdly, right? Was that show popular or something?
The Tasmania show?
That. Yeah.
Well, there was the Tasmania cartoon.
Yeah.
That was all
I've never seen it.
I saw like an episode or two back in the day and did not like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taz was. This was during that time where, like, you would get all those T-shirts of like the Looney Tunes characters, like dressed up like rappers. You know, kind of leading up into Space Jam. You know, yeah. But
punches everyone out of his way.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that it's Taz.
I'm not either.
I don't have a guess.
And keys to open doors. Punch. I mean, I don't think Taz punched people. He would usually, do his little spin attack. Yeah.
Well, what about like Batman? A Batman game.
Yeah.
Game Gear.
Yeah. Although I don't know. The keys are throwing me off.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a Batman game that's just like, I gotta find my keys. I dropped my keys. There's only one way into the Bat Cave. Crap, did I leave them on my
I got nothing.
night table next to the bed? Maybe they're on the kitchen counter.
Batman? Who's saying Batman?
The great Gotham key hunt.
I mean,
was my
video
favorite.
games of that early 90s, I mean, they would do keys because...
You know what's terrible is I remember there were the NES Bugs Bunny games. Like the Crazy Castle games that were like... You were looking for keys in those. But I don't believe
was
there
one
was.
for Game Gear.
I don't think there was a Bugs Bunny Game Gear game, or at least a key-centric one.
No.
I don't know anything about
Who
Game Gear.
cares? I don't know.
I like how we're defeated to the point of who cares.
We're gonna lose no matter
Like,
what.
I don't know. Who cares? Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Aw.
That's another asterisk game. That's two games in a row where that's come up.
It's true.
Another day in the life of the game starring this character. I mean,
There's only two
asterisk games, but
Yeah, there's two. I'm guessing was that Danyan?
Yeah.
Danyan probably had to review both Asterix games 2 months in a row, and suddenly he's like, "Oh, everyone knows
who's
Asterix."
That was, I just read
Yours,
Okay.
Greg.
yours.
let's do Al Manual for 500. Let's turn this minus 600 into a minus
juice it.
1100.
Yeah.
Game Boy. This game is obviously geared toward a very young game playing audience because this game doesn't have any at all.
You could
This game doesn't have any at all.
you could just write whatever you wanted in old video game magazines.
Difficulty aside, I found the puzzles you must solve to be entertaining. There's also a bit of humor involved. The graphics, although 8-bit, are decent and the sound is catchy. The music can get a bit annoying when you play a puzzle too long. This is a great mind bender. 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Here, there's a very young audience.
It's going to be like Mario's Picross.
I know. Each of these, I'm trying to remember what Game Boy game didn't have any at all. Most of the Game
Is he
Boy
trying to
games,
say that it doesn't have any gameplay? Is that what he's trying to say?
I don't know.
A very young game playing audience because it doesn't have any at all.
Most of the games I've played on Game Boy had some.
Yeah.
You know, some even had a lot, but I mean, to not have any at all?
It's going to be something like Mario's Picross.
Found the puzzles entertaining. But there's no humor.
No humor in Mario's Picross? Okay.
No. Was puzzle game.
Puznik.
Puzzle game with some humor. I think the Godzilla game for Game Boy.
Was it a puzzle game?
It was like an action puzzle game.
Okay.
It was an action puzzle game, and the sprites were like all the monsters were kind of chibi-fied. They were little, they were cute and silly looking. But I think that predates 94, summer 94. I'm just trying to think of other puzzle games on that system that had a little sense of humor.
Yeah. That's tough part.
Yeah.
This is going to be Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 3.
It probably is. It probably is. Yeah.
I don't know.
This could be anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Literally.
It could be the Bill and Ted game. For crying out loud.
Mickey's Ultimate Challenge.
Yeah, we would have never gotten this. They had 2 full 4-person reviews of Mickey in the same issue, with a lot more hate on the Genesis version than the Game Boy version. That's weird.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah. Okay, this is me.
Yeah.
We are at negative 1,100. We have 2,400 left on the board.
Oh, so we can really make this number big.
Yeah, we can lose real big time here. Let's we'll play it relatively safe right now and go with Major Mike for 400. This is a Sega CD game. An interesting attempt at doing something new with the RPG/fighting game genre. You know how many fighting RPGs there are? However, the one-on-one fighting sequences are very slow and not very exciting. Being able to create your own fighter is a nice option. 5 out of 10.
I want to say this is Revengers of Vengeance.
Could you make your own characters in that?
I can't remember, but it was an RPG-based fighting game.
It's like Rise of the Robots.
That was
Rise of the Robots was 95, I think.
That's true.
Did that come to Sega CD?
I don't think so.
It was Revengers of Vengeance.
Look at that.
We did it. We did
I
it.
feel like I've contributed. Minus
Greg's
700
saving
points.
the day.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Ed,
And by the way,
Rad.
I can't
5.
believe none of you even blinked at the name Revengers of Vengeance.
Oh,
It's like
I remember the
stupidest-
game.
but it's just such a stupid
of course
title.
it-
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's, I'm
terrible title.
so used to it. That's the one that has like the big elephant guy on the cover. Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
This one's for the CDI.
Okay.
Phillips accomplished what it was trying to do.
Good job.
What exactly is that? I don't know. It made the
That's-
best version of this game anywhere.
Oh.
The graphics are cool.
Space Ace.
This is going to be Dragon's Lair 2 Time
Space
Warp.
Ace.
The graphics are cool, and the load times are even faster than this is going to be like Mad Dog McCree or something, right? Graphics are cool, and the load times are even faster than the PC version. Whoa! The puzzles will the puzzles will you occupied for hours. This has got to be Mr. Nelson forgetting words, right?
I bet it's
I
not.
think it is.
You can put it through a spell check and a grammar check, and words
That's
not going to
true.
blink.
That's
But
true.
the puzzles will have you occupied for hours. I love the spooky effects, and the live video is very well done. This is a must if you have a CDI. The only down point is the lack of replay value, but after you beat it, you can show it off to your friends. 9 out of 10. It's got to be like the
Maybe
seventh guest or something.
Yeah.
I was thinking that or Phantasmagoria, but I don't think that was on CDI.
But seventh guest.
Seventh guest was,
right?
wasn't it?
I think.
I think it was.
Let's
I bet
say
it's
the seventh guest.
got to be seventh guest.
I would. Yeah, seventh. Yes.
Wait.
Seventh. Yeah,
It's the
guest.
seventh quest, but it's
That's
gotta
why I'm
be
saying
seventh
I'm not
guest.
sure all the typos are
Yeah,
EDM's
that's true.
fault.
That's true.
We're at minus 200 points
Okay.
with
We're doing it.
1,500 points left on the board.
We're working our way back up. We can do
Is it
this.
my turn
Good.
again?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do Danyon Carpenter for 500. NES. Wow. This is the NES? Where did that animation come from? Seriously now, I've never seen an NES game that looks or plays like this game does. There are loads of items to use, and the levels themselves are very challenging. However, you really have to be precise in the timing of jumps, or it's a long way to the bottom. The music is decent for an NES game as well. One of the best buys for the Nintendo Entertainment System out there. 7 out of 10.
Gotta be
In
Felix.
1994. What are you saying, CJ?
Felix.
Felix?
Felix the cat.
No.
I'm
I don't know.
sure
That's
I'm
that's
okay
a
with
Hudson
that.
game. That's a Hudson game.
Yeah.
Was that a 94 release? There weren't a lot of 94 releases on the E NES.
Jungle Book was I think Jungle Book was the last third party game to be officially released on the NES.
Okay.
I can't see the loads of items to use being a Jungle Book thing.
I don't know. Although, yeah, Felix had a lot of items because that was like the whole gimmick was like he had his little magic bag, and I think you'd have like multiple items you could pull out.
I'm good with saying Felix.
Maybe Felix.
Felix the cat?
I was just pulling that out of my magic bag of tricks as well.
In my butt.
All right.
Are we saying Felix?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Jungle Book.
God! Here's the lady.
We're minus 700 points.
We gotta get these next two. Come on, we can do it.
We don't have time for you to do a thing, Phil. Just go to the next question.
Come on. Jesus
This is too good.
Sushi X for 5. We got to get both of these right to come out positive. NES. If you like the previous ones, then
Felix.
you'll like this one just as much. Nothing really new in this game, but the fact that it remains to be one of the best NES games ever should be enough. The theme is the same as before, but there are new bosses with all new powers. The graphics are as good as you're going to get on an 8-bit, and the gameplay is top-notch. True, it isn't as good as a 16-bit game, but it's as good as it is going to get. 7 out of 10. I'm
Which Mega Man is this?
guessing this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project.
Really?
Yes.
Mega
Well, though maybe it is Mega
How is
Man.
this not a Mega Man game?
Huh?
Man 6.
It could be Mega Man 6. Yeah, one of the best NES games would be enough. The theme is... Yeah, and, new bosses with all new powers. Yeah, it's Mega Man 6.
Okay. We doing it?
Yeah.
Mega Man 6?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Mega Man 6
Mega Man
is
6.
the correct
Wow,
answer.
look at that. Okay, so we're at minus 200 with one 500-point question left on the board. We could
This is it.
we could be in the positives.
The answer is going to be balls. All right. 500 for
Felix the cat.
It's going to be another Asterix game.
really.
Yeah.
Or Mickey's
This
Ultimate
one's for
Challenge.
Genesis. Great graphics are the highlight of this cart. The stages are a little hard, but the bosses are dynamic and practically take up the entire screen. The standard attack is a bit weak, but the power-ups compensate. 7 out of 10.
Cool. So we have negative
Could be
700
anything.
now that the game is over.
Great graphics are the highlight.
Great graphics. Stages
The
are
huge bosses.
huge bosses. Big boss. What's a Genesis game with big bosses and a weak standard attack?
But like
Like useful
Shinobi 3.
power-ups.
Could it be like
Shinobi 3?
Ranger X?
Ranger X. That's an interesting one.
But I mean, Shinobi 3's bosses are huge as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Shinobi 3 is a red box game too, right? A red label.
Yes.
So is
Shinobi
Ranger
3.
X.
So is Ranger X.
Shinobi 3 had great graphics. Stages. But Shinobi 3.
Shinobi 3 wouldn't have been in the roundup.
I don't know.
I mean, that's
Ranger X.
Ranger
Could've
X I
been.
could see being in the roundup.
Yeah.
That game was gorgeous.
I mean, like Shinobi 3, did that have like a... I mean, the standard attack was not...
It was just the
Partic-
shurikens. It
Yeah,
wasn't
but it wasn't
particularly
like-
weak.
Right.
What about
I don't
Ranger
really
X?
know if Ranger X's was either. And I mean, this could be anything.
Yeah.
This could be anything.
I'd probably lean Ranger X more than Shinobi, but that probably just means it's Shinobi. Or it's
Exactly.
or it's Mickey's Ultimate Challenge again.
Yeah,
Mickey's
I don't know.
Ultimate Challenge. We're gonna lose. So
The high
let's
seas
say
havoc.
Ranger X.
Ranger X.
Ranger X. I'm down with that.
Tin Head. Of course,
Jesus
Tin Head.
Christ.
Why wouldn't it have been
Spectrum.
Tin Head?
Holobite.
Everyone remembers Tin Head.
No, they don't.
Negative 700. We lost.
Negative.
We didn't lose by as much as I expected, to
We
be
came
honest.
close.
Yeah.
We came close.
We did.
Well,
We
thank
tried.
God that's over.
There were some good ones in there.
Oh, there were.
And of course, situations where the game we guessed wasn't the one, but it was the other one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Boy, that happens way too frequently here.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well, we tried.
94. We did try. 94 was a good year. A good year.
Yes.
It was between my junior and senior year of high school.
There you go.
Yeah.
I had just graduated high school.
I graduated in 94.
There you go. Yeah.
I had been out of high school for a year. Class of 93. Over here. Cuz I'm old. Yeah, I was in junior college at this time.
All
I was still a
right.
couple years away from flunking out of college twice.
I was
Ah,
getting
the
all
good
my-
old days.
I was getting all my prerequisites out of the way before I dropped out of college. So
It's very important. You see.
yeah, you want to
Do
take
that.
care of those, Why
Yeah.
why pay the money for a big fancy state school? We can get those
Big
prerequisites
fancy state school.
before you drop out.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, not Major Nelson, Mr. Nelson, for the EGM review quiz. That was a lot of fun, even though we lost big.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm still upset that Danion's fighting game thing wasn't balls. That would have been too funny.
Yes.
Well, you can't win them all.
True.
Definitely when it comes to us.
So true.
Barely
All
won.
right, listeners, Patreon supporters, thank you so much for backing the show. We appreciate your support. You keep this show going, keep our melons melaning, and all the good stuff
Yes.
going. And if you have an idea for a game that we can play during the after show, you can email that to player1podcast@gmail.com. And we'll play it on the after show. It's just that easy, folks. Just that easy. And, if you haven't been watching the video version of this, now that we have Melon app up and going, it has a nice little share screen thing. You can see all of us, all three of us, and then the little game board to the side. Like, it's kind of fun. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this sort of setup. It's good. So, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Nelson, for the quiz, of course. And we hope to talk at you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.